Hello and welcome to today's financial news, brought to you by FX, a multi-regulated Forex broker. Here's what's happening on the markets today.
On Wednesday, Amazon stock rose by 1.4% to close at $224.56, rebounding from recent weakness after its Q2 earnings beat expectations. In regular trading on Wednesday, the Dow Jones climbed 1.1%, the S&P 500 rose 0.3%, and the Nasdaq Composite added 0.2%, with 8 of the 11 S&P sectors advancing, led by materials, healthcare, and consumer discretionary. U.S. gasoline futures traded at around $2.08 per gallon, near their lowest since June, ahead of this week's summit in Alaska between Trump and Putin. The New Zealand dollar strengthened close to 60 cents, marking its third straight daily gain and hovering near a more than two-week high, buoyed by continued weakness in the US dollar. Ether surged nearly 50% over the last 4 weeks, breaking above key resistance levels and approaching its all-time high of around $4,800, driven by strong institutional inflows and bullish derivatives positioning. Now let's review the major economic events of the day. At 6 a.m., the UK to release the gross domestic product for June, following minus 0.1% in May. At 12:30 p.m., the producer price inflation in the US is expected to increase, after reaching 0% in June. At 11:50 p.m., Japan will release figures for the gross domestic product growth rate of the second quarter, following 0% in the first quarter of 2025. Tomorrow's major economic events. At 2 a.m., China to release the annual industrial production for July, following 6.8% in June. At 12:30 p.m., the retail sales in the U.S. are expected to decrease, after reaching 0.6% in June. At 2 p.m., the U.S. will release figures for the Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index of August, following 61.7 in July.
And that's it for today's Market News Roundup, presented by FX. Thanks for joining us today, and be sure to tune in again tomorrow for more financial news.